name is Niharika Balia, and I am with you with the area of AFM, that is Accounting and Financial Management for Bankers. Today we'll be talking about the topic of bank reconciliation statement in detail. Today I'll be showing you a particular format that we use in terms of the bank reconciliation statement, followed by the MCQs regarding the same. So let's continue with this topic in detail. Okay, here comes the bank reconciliation statement. If I talk about the bank reconciliation statement, this is the format. As you can see, this is how the format looks like. First of all, what we are given is the value as per our books. In my book, the value can be 10,000 rupees. The point is, my book value is not matching with that of bank's passbook. So what will I do is, I'll try to reach the point where both of these things would be equal, right? So I need to find whatever the difference is in this area. Right? So when we define this particular topic of bank reconciliation statement, it is basically reconciling or meeting where our cash book and the passbook are having differences. So whenever they have differences, we're trying to reach out to the point where both of them have a space, an area where both of them will come up and say, yes, this is the point where we were disagreeing or we were having timing based differences, right? So the first point it says is balance as per the cash book is given. In my books, I've written 10,000 rupees. What happened is, check issued but not presented to the bank in time. What happened is, I issued a check for rupees 5,000 to Mr. R. But by the end of the time, that is on 31st of March, I asked him, Mr. R, have you made the payment? Have you got the check and have you got it deposit in the bank yet? He said, no, I'll get it deposit after 31st of March. So on 31st of March, my book is going to show that 5,000 is already out. But the bank will say, no, you haven't got that particular check withdrawn from your bank account yet. So technically, if I talk about the positions, I am at a higher position or a lower one. I thought I have lost money. So basically, this is my cash book and my cash book believes that it has lost more money. While the passbook says, no, I have money in my pocket. So basically, the point is, the person thought that he has lost money while the money is still there in his pocket. So what will he do? He will reach wherever the passbook is. He'll reach wherever the passbook says this is the passbook. So the cash book will reach out to the place wherever the passbook is. Because whenever we are talking, the starting point is the cash book now. The cash book will reach out to wherever the passbook is. It's basically cash book trying to reconcile with the passbook in such a way that the cash book will have a word with the passbook in a proper way. That is it possible? I'm sorry. Is it possible that I can reach out to you and find out wherever the differences are? So whatever the passbook is doing, cash book will do the same. In this case, cash book thought it has lost money. The cash book simply thought that it has lost that amount, but the passbook said, no, I haven't lost that amount. So basically, whatever the passbook is doing, cash book will do the same. Check issued but not presented to the bank in time. Now, interest on bank deposit. Basically, you know that we do not get any information regarding our interest till the time we do not open up our apps and find it out, right? Basically, if I would like to see that, I'll have to go through the passbook. I'll have to go through the details of whatever we are dealing with, isn't it? So interest on bank deposit is where whatever the interest amount is, I'll come to know when I'll open my passbook. Presently, passbook says it's here, while I know that I had no clue about it. So the moment I come to know wherever the passbook is, I'll try to reach out to the same place. So in this case, wherever the passbook is, I'll try to match up to that point, giving us an amount where we would be adding that interest in our cash book, because we have received the amount and we had no clue about it. Then if we are receiving any dividends or any interest on securities or any insurance claims, whatever amount we are receiving, but it was collected by bank. The moment even I come to know about it, the passbook is currently at a higher position because it recorded it and I had no clue about it. So till the time cash book had no clue about it, cash book will add it back. So basically, what is it going to do? That is, the transactions here would be added in our book of accounts as well. Next is transactions credited to the depositor's book but not debited to the bank statement. What happened is sometimes some money has been deposited in my bank account, but I forgot to record the same in my cash book. So technically, I missed out an amount now. So I will record it in my statement. Right? Next is transactions credited to the bank statement but not debited to the depositor's book. So in this case, what's happening is the transactions credited to the bank statement. Now the point is there is something which is there in the bank statement but not debited in the passbook. So this is the same thing, transactions which is there in the bank statement and we come to know about it and now we'll be recording it. Right? So whatever it is, we'll be adding it in our books. Next is what is it that we will lessen up from our books of accounts. I think this is the point that we'll be recording. Just skip out the fourth point. Fifth point is the point which talks about the point that I was explaining, that whatever is directly credited in my bank, the moment I come to know about it, I will record it in my books of accounts as well. But now, what if there are certain things which would reduce the balance and cash book had no clue about it? It's time to record those things. For example, bank charges. We do not come to know about the bank charge or any costing that has been deducted from my bank account. Now, so any of those bank charges or interest on overdraft which is not yet credited in the books would be there. Then notes receivable, checks deposited into the bank but not collected. Whatever the amount is something that we are supposed to receive and we deposit into the bank. The point is, this is the cash book, this is the passbook. Now the cash book believes that it has got money. Passbook, the point is, I thought I have received money. The passbook said, where? You haven't received the money yet. You are supposed to receive the money. So in this case, if they haven't received the money yet, so here we will note it down in terms of the cash book that we will add it up. The notes receivable or cash deposited into the bank but not collected. So what will I do? I will also have to reach wherever the passbook is. If passbook says no check received, I will also be deducting it. Then the checks, notes receivable deposited into the bank for collection but returned dishonored, not yet credited to the depositor's book. In this case, what are we dealing with is कि checks होंगे, if there's any check or something which has been deposited but returned dishonored. What happened is, I thought I have received money. I was really happy. I was telling everybody that I've received 1 lakh worth rupees check. But the check actually turned out to be dishonored. Maybe because of any reason. There might be signature based issue, date based issue, whatever issue was there. Now I'm not receiving that money anymore. So what is happening in this case is, I hope it would be visible now. So in this case, what is happening is that check is no more received by me. So I will also have to deduct it from my books of accounts. Right? So that is what we call it here. Now, notes payable, insurance premium, share installments paid by the bank but not yet recorded in the depositor's book. Sometimes there are some direct instructions, there's a standing instructions that we call it, right? The bank has given some standing instructions that I've given my bank some standing instructions that kindly pay this bill. I will not be able to remember it every now and then. So what is it possible that you automatically deduct it from my bank account? They said, okay, we'll do that. So in this case, what is exactly happening? The notes payable, insurance premium, share installments, these are paid by the bank. Now, the moment I'll come to know about it, I will also have to deduct it in my books of accounts, right? Then items already debited to the depositor's book but not yet credited in the bank statement. There are certain things which are already debited to the depositor's book. The point is, there are certain things which are I thought that I have lost some money. The point is, in terms of my books of accounts, this is in terms of debit in the deposit book. Always remember, cash book, whenever money is increasing, is from the debit side. So I thought that I have received some money in my bank account, but the passbook says no, nothing sort of that has actually happened. So he will say, but not credited in the bank statement. So in this case, items already debited to the depositor's book but not credited in the bank statement. That is what we'll call it. Items which are already a part of the book. I thought that I have received money, but since I haven't, so I will have to reduce it. Items already debited to the bank statement but not credited to the depositor's book there. So again, the same point, there is something which the bank statement believed that I have lost money. So the moment I'll come to know about it, the debate is over, even I will deduct it. So technically, what exactly happens is whatever the passbook is doing, if the passbook says I am adding, the cash book will say, okay, I will do the same. If the passbook says I am deducting, the cash book says, okay, this is what I'll do the same. What are they trying to do is they are trying to reconcile, or they are trying to find, if I do whatever the passbook is doing, are we reaching to the same balance that is stated there? Are we at the same balance or not? That is what we'll try to find from this scenario. So this is the answer. The balance on the debit side of the bank column of the cash book indicates. This is the first question which relates to the topic that we just discussed. The balance on the debit side. See, cash book and passbook are not the same. There are two different parties there. If I say the cash book, if we see at the cash book there, in terms of cash book, whatever amount we receive, it comes on the debit side. Whatever amount goes, it's called or shown on the credit side. So what is happening? The total amount has drawn from the bank, cash at bank, the total amount overdraft in the bank, or none of the above. What is the answer? The balance on the debit side of the bank column would show the balance which I have in my bank account. That means this is the total amount that I have in my bank. That is cash at bank, or the bank balance as per cash book. Okay, so it would be the cash balance as per the bank balance as per the cash book, because cash book as a column has got two things. One is the bank account and also the cash account. The double column cash book has got two of these sides. Next question. I'm sorry. Seal Limited receives a check of rupees 100 recorded in the cash book. As soon as I received this check, in terms of cash book, I added rupees 100 there. Deposits in the same day. A statement sent to the bank that does not show this amount. So what has happened is, in terms of passbook, it said, no, I don't think we have received the check yet, because normally it takes around 3 odd days to finish it. So how is this shown on the bank reconciliation statement? As an uncredited deposit added to the bank statement, uncredited deposit deducted from the bank statement, unpresented check added to the bank statement, or unpresented check deducted from the bank statement. Remember, if the cash book thought it has received money, but the passbook said, no, we haven't received any kind of money. So what will we do? We will deduct this amount from our bank account. So it would be cash book will have a negative balance. So in this case, the correct answer is we will deduct this amount. Right? It would be an uncredited deposited added to the bank balance. So what will we do? If I am looking forward towards the scenario from the point of view of the cash book, it would be minus. From the point of view of the passbook, it would be a plus. Because technically, bank is not going to add this 100 rupees right now. But we are just looking at the statements, and what I had was the balance as per the passbook. That was rupees 10,000. And now I will add this 100 rupees and find out, are we at the same amount where cash book is standing? That means this problem was only related to this rupees 100, or is there anything else that is also troubling us? That is what we are trying to find. We are not going to change the passbook balance, but we are just going to add it up to find out whether it reaches on the same page or not. Here comes the next point. The bank reconciliation statement is mainly prepared for reconciliation of the cash balance of the cash book, to reconcile the difference between the bank balance shown in the cash book and the bank passbook, or both A and B, or none of the above. If we talk about the BRS now, BRS is basically a statement which shows the reconciliation between the cash book and the passbook. So it's basically the difference which is coming up between these two. So it is basically B. Both the cash book and the passbook are kept together and we are trying to find where exactly is it not matching. Here comes the next question. Normally, the cash book shows a dash balance while a passbook shows a dash balance. Do you know cash book and passbook? They both have opposite balances. Whenever I receive money in the cash book, I'll say cash is received, so cash would be debited in the cash book. While in terms of passbook, what do we know? Whenever salary comes, I'll always say salary is credited. So that means they are a mirror image of each other. If the passbook says I received money, it would show it on the credit side. When the cash book says I received money, it would be shown on the debit side. So whenever we receive money in the cash book, it is the debit balance, while the passbook will show if we have money, it would be shown as the credit balance. Right? The correct answer is debit and credit. Right? Let's move on and do the next question. The next question says which of the following statement is true? When the debit balance as per the cash book is given and the balance as per passbook is to be ascertained, when the credit balance as per passbook is given and cash book is ascertained, when the credit balance as per cash book is given and the balance as per passbook is to be ascertained, or all of the above. If you talk about it now, it is basically all of the above. If we are standing at the cash book and we are trying to reach to the passbook, that's also true. If we are standing at the passbook trying to reach the cash book, that is also true. If we are trying to make an amended cash book, that means we are trying to correct our cash book first and then we are trying to reach it, that is also true. So the correct answer is all of the above. Okay, so this is the end of the session for the day. We'll be talking about the BRS in the next class as well. But before we move forward, have you reviewed our new courses yet? We are coming up with a new course regarding this particular scenario. So what are we coming up with? If you look forward to our courses, let me give you a brief information of our new batch that is coming up. So if you haven't reviewed it yet, then kindly go ahead and enroll it before the batch starts. So you just have to go to the area of www.adda247.com and you can go to the area of JIB and CIB. See, if you would like to prepare for both, if you're looking forward towards the longer perspective or the longer period perspective, then you can take up the JIB and CIB Ka Mahapack. Under this Mahapack, you will not only get the JIB and CIB classes, I'm sorry, but you're also getting something else. Other than classes, you'll get the test series, the revision batches, MCQ batches, case study batches that we come up with, the power pack batches just before the examination that we introduce. So all these batches would be available for you. What you need to do is you need to open up the JIB and CIB Ka Mahapack, where you will get the entire information for both these areas. As you can see, 1100 hours of classes, 325 test series, 905 videos and ebooks. Here you get both English medium and bilingual. Both the classes are available for you, and all the subjects including the CIB, all electives would be available for you once you move forward. It has got a 12-month validity. Here you have got all live classes, mock tests, video sources, all revision batches, all ebooks, numerical batches, case studies, whatever you want. It is here. And that too, whatever has been already recorded is available for you. Whatever would come up in the next 6 months will also be opened up for you. That means if you buy this particular pack, you don't have to buy anything else after this particular pack at all. It costs 53,996, but if you can use the code Y541, you can take up and you will get a discount of 77% and it would cost you 12,004, where you'll get everything but only from the perspective of JIB. It's for a 6 months validity, and if you're interested in buying this, you will get everything there. That means other than the classes, test series, e-books, the mock test that we are introduced in terms of our classes, we come up with MCQ batches at times as well. We come up with the power pack batches, numerical batches, whatever batch we are coming up, all those batches would be opened up for you. You just have to click on the area of buy now. You can use the code by 541 and it would cost you 7,543 rupees. The validity is for 6 months, so you can prepare it through this as well. Or if you are interested in buying only the classes, you don't need the test series and all, you're just interested in buying the syllabus, so that is also available. You can go on to the area of JIP 2023. Here comes the new batch. This is the new batch that we are introducing, and it would be out soon. It is started, it would be starting from February 17th. So you can look forward to this particular batch. The PPB plus IE and IFS plus AFM plus RBWM, all the things would be live from 17th of February. So if you're preparing for it, you can look forward to our classes. The batches would be live soon. So you can look forward to this batch in the upcoming time. So kindly go ahead and check it out in our website, on our website, or in our app.